Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, but before we get into that, as usual, I want to remind you guys to make sure that if you are interested in this type of content, that you hit that subscribe button down there, as well as the bell next to it to be notified of any videos that I post here on the channel so you can stay up to date on everything dinosaur related, as well as hit that thumbs up because every time you do that, it helps the channel out greatly. So anyway, on with the news. The very first thing that I want to tell you guys about is actually from Marco Makes and Alex Kendrick regarding the Kingdom Collection, as we now have an official date of release for the Kingdom Collection and a price, which you can see both of those right here on this image, as well as again a beautiful looking image of the Velociraptor blue bust that we have previously reviewed here on the channel. This, I believe, will actually be followed by the Tyrannosaurus Rex bust, so that one will be coming after this. But again, make sure you are ready for the release date there of July 1st, 2021, as that date is quickly approaching, and make sure that you pick up this beautiful fully painted Velociraptor blue bust from the Kingdom Collection Etsy store when it does officially go up for sale on July 1st, and that way we can receive plenty of more Kingdom Collection busts in the very near future. And then as far as Rod's random work, it appears as though he is actually creating some replacement heads for some of the Amber Collection figures, which you can see from these images, which I think is a really cool idea, because if there is one thing from the Mattel Amber Collection that those Raptors were lacking, and that would be the screen accurate head sculpts, as they just kind of reused the exact same head sculpt for every Raptor regardless of the differences as far as what they actually look like in the film. There are definitely quite a few differences in between each and every Raptor that you see displayed in both Jurassic World as well as the Jurassic Park and Lost World Raptors. They all have very unique differences to the head sculpts, but Mattel has just continuously given us the same head sculpt. But Rod's Random Work has stepped up to give you a replacement head, and I don't know for sure when these will be ready or officially if they're going to be for sale, but definitely something that if they are for sale, I think is a great choice as far as replacing the previous Amber Collection heads with a screen accurate one. Really cool idea on his part. And thanks to Paleo Nerd for this information, but there's actually a new company that I was unaware of that will be releasing a really cool Spinosaurus model. You can see the name of the company right here. I believe it would be Dinos. I'm not entirely sure if that is exactly how it is pronounced, but that's kind of what I would imagine it would be. But as far as the actual Spinosaurus goes, you can see some images of it here, and it looks really cool. Definitely a really nice up-to-date rendition of a Spinosaurus, and you know, being a company that I've never heard of, or a sculptor at the very least that I've never heard of, it's definitely really nice looking. Like, they have definitely done a good job on the overall sculpt, and again, the accuracy standpoint of the Spinosaurus, but also as far as the packaging and everything, it's all beautifully done. And I'm definitely interested in seeing more and learning more about both the Spinosaurus model as time goes on and the company itself, or again, the sculptor itself. But if you are interested in this, I will include a link in the description to them on Instagram where you can contact them to inquire further about purchasing this beautiful Spinosaurus. And then as far as Rebor goes, they actually have recently put up this image here of the Velociraptor that they had given us an image of quite a ways back on an April Fool's, and we thought it was entirely an April Fool's joke, but it seems as though Rebor is actually serious about releasing this model, which is kind of shocking to me, but at the same time it's something that I feel like a lot of collectors would be interested in picking up. They are currently in the process of debating on what material to use and price point and all of that stuff, but I thought if you guys were interested in this, it would be pretty cool to point out the fact that they are actually going to be making and releasing this very interesting statue. And then as far as Creative Beast Studio and the Beasts of the Mesozoic line, we have an official look at the very first prototype images of the 1/18th scale Beasts of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaur series Guanlong figure, and it definitely looks really beautiful. Again, another really nicely feathered Tyrannosaur coming from this line. It looks gorgeous as far as the sculpt goes, and it's another of the many that I cannot wait to see the actual paint application applied to when it comes to the fully painted prototype that we should see fairly soon now that the prototype is actually put together and we have these really cool images of it. I would imagine the painting process should be starting very soon, although I am still waiting for that gallery of the 1/35th scale Tyrannosaurus. I'm equally as excited about checking out a fully painted gallery of this Guanlong. And then as far as Nanmu goes, I did want to let you guys know that the Once and Future King series will go on sale, or pre-sale I should say, on June 21st, so that is absolutely right around the corner, as that's only a few days from now. And I had a few people asking what the differences were between the three figures, and you can see in these images right here, as this image has like all three together that Nanmu has recently posted on their Facebook and Instagram account, you can definitely get a good idea of what the differences are between the three. Each and every one, in my opinion, is a surefire hit. No matter which route you go, they are all equally as beautiful as the other. So if you are interested in this, make sure that you pre-order this beast of a Tyrannosaurus model when it does go up for pre-order on June 21st. And then there were some images floating around of the Prime 1 collectible series, as we have those smaller, previously 1/38 scale figures. They're obviously not all 1/38 anymore, as the Velociraptor Blue seems to be just as large as the Carnotaurus and Spinosaurus. But regardless, they are all absolutely gorgeous interpretations of each and every one of the dinosaurs that they are meant to represent, and this will definitely be a line of figures that I really want to get a hold of. I missed out on the previous releases as far as this line goes. I actually didn't end up picking up any of them because the final products didn't really look all that great to me. They weren't bad, but they weren't something that I was super excited about. I may end up picking them up at some point, but these newest ones will look way better if you ask me. And definitely the Carnotaurus is one that I, without question, must own. So I will be greatly anticipating the release of each and every one of these four models, because I definitely want to have them in my collection. And then as far as PNSO goes, they have unveiled yet another figure, as we now have a Torvosaurus, and it is easily the most beautiful Torvosaurus that you'll probably ever see. I love everything about this model. The sculpt is incredible, and the paint job is equally as incredible from what I can see on these images. I'm definitely psyched to have a really good Torvosaurus being released, as, you know, that's a species that definitely gets overlooked all the time, and on top of having a model of it finally, it's nice to have one so beautifully done from PNSO, who is absolutely leading the charge as far as the dinosaur collecting community goes. A beautiful model yet again from PNSO, which is actually currently up for sale already on their Amazon PNSO store and on Dan's Dinosaurs, along with the Tyrannus and Tarbosaurus that were also fairly recently unveiled. Also, speaking of PNSO and their gorgeous Tarbosaurus, Dan's Dinosaur has actually given me the opportunity to give you guys a really cool discount on this dinosaur if you order it from his store. All you need to do is enter the code ANDY during checkout for $5 off of that beautiful Tarbosaurus. Definitely something to look into, because it is a highly recommended model from me. I have seen quite a few images of the final product, and it is definitely really beautiful looking. Mine will actually be here this week coming up to review for you guys, only a matter of days at this point, and that review will be up here on the channel, so make sure you check out his listing on his website to order this. Again, get $5 off by entering the code ANDY at checkout on Dan's Dinosaurs, and pick yourself up that gorgeous Tarbosaurus right away. And the final thing I have, and this is thanks to Alpha Raptor Reviews on Instagram, is actually from Mattel, and it's nothing amazing, but it is a really nice inbox image of the Amber Collection Dimorphodon models. These were actually up for pre-order on Target, as these were the Beyond the Gates reveal for this month, so they are already up for pre-order there and on Entertainment Earth. But I'm honestly a little less excited for them than I thought I would be, because the kind of standing version, as it turns out, has its arms kind of staying in that position. It's not like articulation in the wings like we had seen on the Amber Collection Pteranodon, so honestly it's not all that exciting to me. It just seems like more of like an upscaled version of basically like a common Mattel, as opposed to a really beautifully articulated Amber Collection figure. It's definitely still something I'm interested in, and I will without question be picking them up, but my excitement level has dropped for these figures regardless. Still pretty cool, but not as exciting as I thought they would be. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.